Caleb Tangitau, 20 years old. I'm an outside back and I play for New Zealand.
My name is Taha Kemura. I'm 20 years old. I'm a first five and I play for New Zealand.
Hello, my name is Riley. I'm 19. I play halfback for the New Zealand U20s.
I was about 4 years old, played for a local club in Auckland. My dad was a rugby player, so he sort of got me into it straight away.
I first got into rugby just playing with my mates at school. It wasn't anything too serious, but then yeah, I sort of grew a love for the game at about 6 years old. Yeah, as I went to about high school, I started to take it real serious and I still love it to this day.
Mainly just for fun, to be honest. Just kind of my whole family kind of played it growing up, so just one of those things. I didn't really have a choice growing up. It was just something I kind of got into and then grew to love and stuck with it.
I was fortunate enough to make the New Zealand Sevens team when I was 19. So I got to make my debut in Singapore, which was pretty exciting and a goal that I've always sort of strived for.
Some of my rugby highlights is definitely going to Hamilton Boys High School. I think it's a big tradition just for anyone that lives in the Hamilton region to go there, and I've had so many memories and still mates to this day with a lot of those guys. And I think just coming to this tournament's a big highlight of my career so far, is just getting out of New Zealand and being able to experience South African culture, and playing against different countries is the first time for a lot of us boys, so it's pretty exciting.
Highlights is probably playing for my school back home, Auckland Grammar. We have a big rivalry against Kings, another Auckland school, and just winning that a couple of years in a row. Last year I got the privilege to represent the New Zealand U19s as well. We came across to South Africa again and just a kind of a warm-up tournament for this.
To represent my country, playing rugby in New Zealand, it's a big thing to, it's everyone's goal to play in the black jersey, so to finally do it feels pretty special. And
it means everything to me. I think it's the first time I got to put on a black jersey, and I've heard a lot of people talk about the black jersey and what it does to individuals, and I can definitely say it's definitely true. And I don't know, I think it's a proud moment not only for me, but for my family. They're over here supporting me, and I just want to do them proud every time I put it on, so it's pretty special.
Kind of a childhood dream, just real privilege, real honoured, just to get the opportunities, probably kind of, just the dream come true.
Probably getting to explore around Cape Town. We were in Stellenbosch earlier, so there's a bit in South Africa I haven't been to, so it was pretty cool to be there as well.
Definitely the first game we played against Wales, just standing there listening to the national anthem, gets to our haka, was pretty special for me, and getting the win was a bonus as well.
We got to do a safari, which was pretty cool, and love seeing the elephants actually. The elephants were real interactive with us. And then on the field, probably playing against Japan, getting on the field and just finally getting the opportunity.
Yeah, when I made the under-20s team, it was a big thing for me and my family. I've been trying to make this team for the last 2 years now, and to finally be able to play it, it was pretty special.
When I first found out, I was so excited. As I said before, I got to represent the black jersey for the first time, and I was just proud moment for me and my family, and it was definitely a goal of mine coming out of school to make this team, and I didn't really get to make the team last year, but to make it this year was definitely a highlight for me.
And it was just real hard to kind of believe. I was just kind of, I don't know, it was just kind of a blur, to be honest, until I finally got here and kind of settled in and got used to it. So just real excited.
My dreams after this tournament would be to hopefully be in that top side, All Black side, and then also get a few caps under my belt with the Blues.
Definitely to continue my Super Rugby journey. I'm lucky enough to get a couple games for the Crusaders this year, and definitely build on that, and for now just to be able to play good footy, playing Super Rugby, and
Just kind of obviously play for the All Blacks, make that dream come true, and then just make a life out of it, being able to use rugby as kind of a stepping stone to the rest of my life.
My favourite New Zealand player growing up would be probably Israel Dag. He was my position, and just loved his fullback and speed. I actually named my little brother after him, me and my mum.
My favourite player was Richie Mo'unga. Boys give me a bit of stick about it because I get to play with him to this day, so definitely was him. The way he plays the game is sort of how I try and mould my game, just having that attacking flair, but also having a balance of being able to drive a game as well. So yeah, definitely him.
Growing up, it had to be Dan Carter. Just had all the skills in the world, performed well under pressure and got the job done. So yeah, have to be him.
If I had to play another sport, it'd probably be basketball. I used to play it growing up, and then I obviously had to drop it for rugby. So yeah, I'm a big fan of basketball as well. It'll probably be that.
Definitely touch rugby. It was a sport that a lot of us boys played growing up, and I think to this day I could say that if that sport was professional, I'd definitely go down that path. Definitely a fun sport for me and also my friends in this team as well.
The other sport I'd play is probably touch or cricket, and I'm classic Kiwi, just played that growing up, and so yeah, probably one of those two.
I think it would be rude not to say scoring tries as an outside back, so I'll have to say, yeah, scoring tries.
I was to choose between scoring tries and making tackles. I think it's a pretty easy one. I try to avoid the tackles, but nah, yeah, definitely scoring tries. I think, yeah, especially as a first five, making tackles isn't on the top of the priority list going on the field.
If I had to choose, probably definitely scoring tries. Yeah.
Oh, there's a few. I'll start with our captain, probably Noah Hotham. He's already played a few Super Rugby games. Peter Lakai.
One player in our team everyone should look out for, definitely Aki Tuivailala, our centre. He's still got another year in this grade, so it's going to be scary what he's going to do next year. So yeah.
One player, definitely Harry Godfrey. Yeah, always setting everyone up and making opportunities, so just, yeah, Harry Godfrey's the one I'd watch out for.
Toughest rugby game would probably the toughest would be my Super Rugby debut, I'd say. Just going up against grown men that have played internationally and stuff. It was a wake-up call for sure.
The toughest rugby I ever played in was definitely my Super Rugby debut in Fiji against the Fijian Drua. It was just something you can't really describe. The atmosphere, you know, the people were so passionate about their team, and to put on top of that was the heat and the humidity. It was just next level, and I think, yeah, we lost that day, but yeah, it was definitely a special day.
The toughest game I've ever played in is probably the Australian game before we came to the tournament, just a couple of games against them which I was involved in, which, yeah, those two would probably be the toughest I've been a part of.
Yeah, the World Rugby Championship, just because you're repping your country and everyone's repping their own country, so it'd be a big thing to win that.
It's a tough one. To say at this moment would be the Rugby Championship, just because we've given so much, but yeah, both are definitely high on the priority list.
Oh, I'd rather win the Rugby Championship, just representing the country, and yeah, it probably feels a little bit better with the whole country behind you.
Sweets.